Alright guys, on this episode we're going to do something that some of you may think is a little bit creepy, but we're going to Pere Lachaise Cemetery. And why do I go here? Well, because it's cool, they don't make cemeteries like this anymore, and they have a lot of famous people that are buried here. If you want to visit the cemetery, well, lucky for you, you can get there by taking the subway. All you have to do is get off on the Pere Lachaise stop, and right on the corner there is an entrance to the cemetery.
Like any other.
Outside now, they usually have a vendor that will sell you a map so you can find your way around. If not, they do have these signs posted all around the cemetery that will help guide you on your way. Now, one of the first graves I went to was the grave of Georges Seurat. And most of you are going, who? Well, I'll tell you who Georges Seurat is. If you ever saw the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and this scene right here, that painting was painted by him. Now, another famous resident of the cemetery is Fredrick Chopin. And if you listen to the music, it's very appropriate for this video and ironic, don't you think? Well, that was written by him. Now, the most famous resident of the cemetery is Jim Morrison. And for you younger people, you may go, who's Jim Morrison? It's this guy. He was the lead singer of The Doors, pretty popular band in the 70s. Well, he's buried here, and it's been quite a headache for this cemetery. So much so, they erected this barrier around it, try to keep people out because they tend to deface the grave a lot. Now, another problem for the cemetery is the grave of Oscar Wilde, who was a famous poet and playwright during the 1800s. Now, they've erected this glass wall around it to keep people from kissing it with lipstick and defacing it, which is quite gross. Now, the last grave we're going to cover is that of Edith Piaf. And I know most of you don't know who she is, but to Parisians, she is very highly regarded. If you watch a lot of movies, you've probably heard her music, like in this scene from Saving Private Ryan, and in this scene from Bull Durham.
And one of the best parts about coming to this cemetery, it's free. Doesn't cost a dime. Come on in, spend a few hours. It's a pretty cool old cemetery, and I enjoy them. I enjoy it for the art, the history, and just the uniqueness.
Looking for other things in Paris that's free? Check out my video on Notre Dame. Or if you're looking for something else cool to do, check out the other video. For future updates, click on subscribe.